What up, everybody? It's your boy Omeezy,
It's your boy Ace.
and we are about to touch on this topic of the freaking decade. I guess it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, everybody's still talking about it.
We got the big three, which, if you ask me, it's just the big two. I like old Drake. I don't really care about Drake being in this thing. I know everybody has their own opinions, but it is what it is. This is really, I think most people are mostly looking forward to just Kendrick versus J. Cole. You know what I mean? That's like the hot commodity right there.
But Drake, you need to respond too, bro.
And write it yourself.
You gotta respond too, bro.
Write it your goddamn self. Don't pay nobody to write that shit for you, like Benzino just did. I swear Cassidy wrote that for him. It was a Cassidy flow.
That's what they were saying.
If you listen to it, if you know Cassidy, his like battle type flows, that was definitely his flow. Yeah. But I don't know, man. So obviously they got some history.
Yeah.
And obviously most recently Kendrick just we didn't react to it because we heard it.
Yeah.
Beforehand. So like
we here to do is just talk about it. Talk about history, talk about just the whole situation.
Oh yeah, but instead of us, I was gonna just go through and find different clips, but there's a guy that made a video for us already, which is awesome. It's very helpful. We're not gonna. I already skipped forward to 7 minutes and 30 seconds because I don't want to take credit for this guy's video. Just make a video us reacting to another video that's like he does all the work. It's stupid. So we actually want to talk about it, but we're gonna use his video to get.
Definitely check out the original video.
Yeah. I'll link it down below so you guys go give him some views as well. But I don't know, man. This is crazy because J. Cole's my favorite. But like Kendrick,
he need to respond too.
Kendrick is Kendrick.
Cole, you need to respond, bro. I don't care what people talking about. You gotta respond. You out here talking about you the greatest, so show us that you the greatest and respond. That's it.
I don't think anybody would be mad at that.
Come on, man.
It's Kendrick, bro. Like. It's not like, yeah, J. Cole, go get him. Just take him out of here real quick. It's not even like that. It's like, let's see what you got. You know, what do you got in your arsenal? Because this is a hitter. You're going against another hitter. It's like I don't know, Kobe and LeBron playing each other, or like, it's just wild. Yeah. It's just wild.
But that's the shit you like to see.
It is, yeah.
You want to see the best going at it.
I just gotta throw this out there. While this is going on, Eminem and Lil Wayne are just sitting in a room somewhere, eating popcorn, watching all this. That's the real big two right there.
Good. Yeah,
that's the real big two. I think J. Cole should be on the couch with them. The big three. That's the big three for me. Eminem, Lil Wayne, J. Cole. But like, this is entertaining too.
Cole, get your ass on that couch, bro.
I feel like he is because he got the fall off coming soon. That'll build so much hype for it. Not that he needs it, but like, I feel like I think he is, and he should, and we want to hear it.
I don't think either of them will, to be honest.
I think J. Cole will.
If they do, is gonna be more of this subliminal shit.
Drake don't want to smoke. I think J. Cole does. And it was funny because No Life Shaq did the reaction to his Might Delete Later Volume 2.
Yeah.
And he's like, damn, J. Cole wants all the smoke. He's like, I hope somebody disses him. I hope somebody disses him. And then boom, Kendrick disses him. And then No Life Shaq react to it. Shout out to No Life Shaq. And then he's like, he's like, I wanted this, but we didn't know it was gonna be Kendrick. He's like, we don't want it to be Kendrick.
Yeah, but I think because that verse kind of feels like a shot to Drake, but Cole just caught some strays. Like, I don't think it was intended for Cole. He just got in the way. He was just in the way.
It was. He literally said that stick line. That was his song.
Yeah.
So it was directly towards him. That one was directly towards J. Cole, not Drake, just him.
I don't know if Cole feels. I don't know what's going on Cole head. But he need to say something.
It ain't Andre 3K.
Yeah.
But first person shooter is both of them, and then the stick line is specifically him.
Yeah.
And like he said, fuck the big three, it's just big me. That's just both of them.
Yeah, that's definitely
clearly both of them.
Yeah.
And J. Cole's not dumb. Yeah. He knows. And they're probably either calling each other behind the scenes trying to see what's really up, or J. Cole's just cooking right now.
Because I think he called Kendrick after the Control verse.
I think he's just cooking right now. Just give him some time to cook.
I hope so.
Because remember when Joyner and Tory Lanez were beefing? Yeah. How they had 4 responses in 24 hours?
That's what I'm saying. They was going back toe to toe. They was going.
Yeah, it was all within like a day or two.
Yeah.
I would be fine if J. Cole took like a couple weeks. It would be okay. Because didn't Eminem take like 2 weeks to drop Kill Shot?
That I don't know.
I swear he did. It was Rap Devil, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later is when Kill Shot came out. So it's okay if it takes a little time. He's cooking. doing his homework. Remember that shit? Remember that show?
Yeah.
Remember that show? What was it? Room Raiders. Or was it? No, was it that?
That was
no, it was Your Mama. I'm thinking about Your Mama when they went to their rooms so they could find shit on them.
Yeah.
They're doing their Your Mama homework. They're going to each other's bedrooms, seeing what they could bring as props. I don't know, man. This is gonna be great. So. Just watch a little bit of this. This is a 34-minute video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but we're gonna get some snippets from here and just talk about it a little bit more, man.
What are you talking about?
It's just crazy, bro. This is I don't know. All right.
The thing about the track, given Kendrick's presence on it, is the ongoing theme of Cole referring to himself as being the best and how he's above everyone else.
Cole's the king, most definite. But when I say that I'm the greatest, I ain't talking about later. All these other niggas is below me.
And look, he's supposed to think he's the best. That's just part of the game. But I just found it interesting that he's sharing the record with Kendrick. He's talking this way, and Kendrick really doesn't get a chance to rap.
I just realized you said that, but in Queens, Cole is a king, and you know that?
Yeah.
So I caught that, I knew that, but it's just like hit me again, I guess.
Yeah.
However, Kendrick would get a chance to rap, as just 2 months later, he completely shook the industry when he dropped his Control verse.
We usually homeboys with the same niggas I'm rhyming with, but this is hip hop and them niggas should know what time it is, and that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit, Wale.
On the verse, Kendrick calls out multiple rappers, which triggered responses mostly from MCs that weren't even named. But one rapper that was named and did respond was J. Cole.
Thought you was a down ass bitch till I found that shit a couple days ago. I was home alone. Next thing I know, that long ass verse from a song called Control was on.
In the verse, J. Cole paints the picture of a girl playing the Control verse that he was close with. This is likely in reference to the big splash that the verse made, given the fact that the whole world talked about it at the time.
That's when I seen the shit playing on your phone. Girl, what is that, a ringtone? Shit, not you too. Man, I hate done got you too.
Cole then has a conversation with the girl, alluding to how the hype sucked her in. People like Drake would make similar remarks about the verse, saying that it was just for shock value and that it would be forgettable.
Everybody in their mama gas, even my mama asked what I'ma do.
Again, Cole makes mention to how everyone gassed up the Control verse and makes it known that people that he was close with questioned him on how he would respond to it.
Decisions. In case this is warning, I load up on all ammunition.
Again, Cole echoes a similar response to Drake, where Drake said that if it's really beef, then let it be real.
So it's like, was that real or was that just like for the people? You know what I mean?
I think it's a sparring kind of sport.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, you know, then let it be real then, you know. I mean, because those were harsh words, right?
If a nigga nobody miss him.
So Cole is really letting Kendrick know that if he wants to make this thing real, if he wants to take it there, that he's ready for war. The last line where he states that he's going to make sure that nobody misses him appears to be a direct response to Kendrick's verse when he said this.
I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you niggas.
So J. Cole is saying, I can make you disappear. It's critical to note that when the Control verse dropped, Cole felt obligated to reach out to Kendrick directly to try to make sense of what it was all about.
I had to have a conversation with him. So I just had to find out for myself, like, yo, what?
You came at me, dog?
What's that?
And Kendrick did explain on many occasions that his relationship with J. Cole did not change as a result of that verse.
Specifically, where are you at, like, with the J. Cole? Specifically, where are you at with a Drake or so on and so forth?
I respect their music,
like that.
For sure. I respect them as individuals and creators.
And Kendrick seemingly wasn't lying, as some months after the Control verse, P. Diddy allegedly tried to pour a drink on Kendrick at a party. Diddy was in a drunken state and was pissed off about Kendrick's King of New York line, and J. Cole defended him. It was Cole's intervention that led to the infamous scuffle between himself and Diddy. I mean, anyone out here getting in a fight with J. Cole, of all people, you're clearly just a massive piece of shit.
Right.
Let's just call for
and
it.
it's Diddy. It's fucking Diddy, of course.
Yeah,
now do we know what we know?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially, J. Cole's the realest one, bro. Like, he's right, because J. Cole's such a nice, humble dude that if he's fighting you, bro, you probably deserve that ass whooping right there. And
this is so crazy. It all started from that Control verse. And even when Kendrick says it in the verse that this is competition, you know what I'm saying? People still get upset. And there was a lot of New York rappers that was mad about the New York line too. Pat Poose made a response to Kendrick.
I just want to know what made him wake up and choose violence.
So if Cole on this type of time in the Control verse, you got to assume that he calling him for this verse on Mitchell shit.
Right. I'm gonna skip over him talking because we talking. Yeah. So
they celebrated Cole's birthday in New York together, and some months later, J. Cole brought Kendrick on stage while he was on tour in LA.
Their dreads together. They were in the same. He said it in the beginning of the video, but I skipped over it. They're in the same XXL class. They came out at the same time. Everything. Their hair growth got together. They both pretty much had kind of the same type of career so far. Just greatness.
However, it was in that same year that J. Cole would release what many people would consider to be his classic album, and on that project, he had a few little jabs for Kendrick.
I don't play no games, boy, I ain't no joke. Like the great Rakim when I make my notes.
So it's kind of similar to Kendrick's Control verse, where Cole is paying homage to a bunch of legends, and he's putting himself in the mix.
Or you might be Drizzy Drake or Kendrick Lamar. But check the birth date, nigga. You ain't the guy.
This line acts as a double entendre, where one, Cole inserts himself as being above both Kendrick and Drake, and two, Rakim commonly goes by the God MC, and Cole just so happens to share the same birthday, January 28th. So at this point, it's just all friendly competition in the spirit of hip-hop, but it was the Control verse that triggered this type of competition. J. Cole would also make it very clear on his track Fire Squad of where he felt he was at in the rap game.
Ain't no way around it no more. I am the greatest. Lot of niggas set on the throne. I am the latest.
Cole also makes it known that he's not afraid of anyone.
I ain't afraid of you niggas. I'll end up fading you niggas.
At the end of the record, J. Cole brings up the debate of who's really the king and claims that the crown is his for the taking.
While the people debate who's the king of this rap game, here comes Lil Old Jermaine to snatch the crown from whoever y'all think has it.
But that would not be all, as J. Cole had another subliminal for Kendrick on GOMD.
When I'm in LA, I'm the best in the West. You can test, I'm a stress.
I mean, if we're talking about the West Coast in 20...
This is what I'm saying. All these years we've been listening to these tracks and not even knowing that they out here throwing subtle jabs at each other.
When I'm in LA, I'm the best in the West. Damn.
We all know where Kendrick's
from. I'm gonna stretch niggas out. That goes to all y'all. I feel this niggas out. For those of y'all on my... Please make sure to put the rest in your mouth. That's crazy, bro. I didn't think about it like that.
That's so wild.
2014, I don't know who. Cole, and everyone remembers the infamous Macklemore Grammy snub.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
With all that said, as we head into 2015, talks about this joint Kendrick and Cole project are still very much alive.
Is there gonna be a Kendrick Lamar J. Cole album?
Man, definitely. I still would love to do it for sure. I talked to the bro. I don't know, probably a little bit over a month. And he's on the tour rocking, so we're gonna try to make something happen.
However, the closest thing we would get to a joint album would be on November 15th, when both Cole and Kendrick released a song each, titled Black Friday, where they're both going in on each other's beats.
Lace myself with the wisdom, my player is enormous, so pay them in for performance. Different flows hit different chicks. Let my bricks and hoes see me fish and chips.
Now, the feedback that we got from those records was pretty well unanimous. Kendrick going so hard, I forgot Cole was on it. Sheesh. Kendrick was the destruction, J. Cole was the recovery. Kendrick was rapping like his life was on the line in this one.
I feel like that's true, yo. He killed that beat on that Burn my mother.
No. And I personally believe that it's the element of competition further enforced by both the fans and the media.
I feel like it's always been more of a competition on Kendrick's side. Like he's been the one that's been taking it to heart a little bit more because he's like, "Fuck, J. Cole, give me this beat. I'm gonna make sure I do better than him on his beat." J. Cole is probably just like, it's a cool beat. I'm gonna body it. I feel like Kendrick's the one that takes it to heart because you got to write something like Control, bro. You got to be in your feelings. You got to wake up.
He loves hip hop. He loves hip hop. But this is what I'm saying. And if Cole out here sending these subliminal shots all these times in songs that we didn't even think, you know what I'm saying? So he has to respond to this, like that verse. He has to.
That's crazy. I can't believe
that would eventually come between these two artists. As we close out the year, J. Cole would clinch BET's Album of the Year. However, Kendrick would win Album of the Year at the Grammys. I mean, they're both phenomenal projects. One got a Grammy, one got a BET award. I'm happy with it. They both deserve it. And even in 2016, 2017, talks of this joint project is still going.
There is a Kendrick Cole album.
There's a Kendrick, they got it. You know what I'm saying? They got something to work. They've been working on that motherfucker for a while.
And to make the fans go even crazier with anticipation, people got even more excited when Kendrick brought out J. Cole in Detroit. And just a few weeks later, TDE Punch would share a tweet saying, I was just playing about that Dot and Cole joint. It's coming for sure, maybe. I don't know, it might happen. Probably. Actually, hit them. This joint album got teased for years and years and years. But the fans still kept up hope as at the end of 2017, the Snowman himself was able to secure a feature from both J. Cole and Kendrick for his track American Dream.
Then I put it on plate. I'm running the game, you're running in place.
However, Jeezy approached this record a little bit sneaky as he didn't tell Kendrick or Cole that they would both be on the same song together.
God. Did he know Kendrick was going to be on it too?
Nah. So when they heard the finished product, you know, everybody kind of knew everybody was on the record.
And it really makes sense because J. Cole is really rapping on his verse, yet Kendrick took this very melodic approach and isn't really rapping at all. I feel like if Kendrick heard Cole's verse or even knew Cole would be on the record, he might have decided to really rap instead, or maybe it wouldn't have changed anything, as the theme of this record may not have called for that level of competing. As we close out 2017-2018, Kendrick had a hell of a year in the awards category, winning BET's Album of the Year and Lyricist of the Year over J. Cole. Kendrick would also win several Grammys, but most noteworthy, Rap Album of the Year, and we can't forget that he was the first hip-hop artist ever to win a Pulitzer Prize.
Awarded to Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
And now we get a line from J. Cole where he voices his opinions about the Grammys.
The streets don't give a fuck about the Grammys.
At the time, Cole had 7 Grammy nominations with 0 wins. And then we got Kendrick cleaning up. He had like 12 Grammys to his name. You could take this line however you want. And it will be at this point where J. Cole finally shuts down the idea of a joint project and basically says that it's not gonna happen.
That's not a real thing. That's like some fantasy thing.
It's not. It didn't come from nowhere. It came from us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not like it's something that's actively happening.
And as time goes on, we get nothing but non-stop comparisons and questions of who's the better rapper. Who's the better storyteller? J. Cole or Kendrick? Greatest rapper of this generation? J. Cole or Kendrick? Who's the better rapper? J. Cole or Kendrick? And at the time, the overwhelming
Shouldn't be.
outside of a Black Panther soundtrack and a few features, Kendrick is very much absent between the years of 2018 and 2021. And while Kendrick has his feet up, we see this epic shift in J. Cole.
Yes, mother.
No.
No, we're filming.
Okay.
Where he begins to reshape the narrative of who's the best.
Niggas been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets. I'm loading my clips. Still them strangers to the.
Yeah, he was here different now.
Yeah. Kendrick took the time off. He went on a tear.
From this day forward, I move with a new ferocity.
Yeah, I'm the GOAT. No nigga don't at me. Put on your coat. The world gon' get colder. This is my year. Don't say I ain't told you.
Something changes with
Listen to the lyrics differently now. Until I get towards him now.
And 16 features in 2019, and he pretty much smoked them all. Now, the very last time these two will be heard on the same record was on Dreamville's Under the Sun, where Kendrick had an uncredited hook.
I woke up for some
And even in 2020, fans are still talking about this Kendrick and Cole project, and this time, TDE Punch totally shuts it down. One fan posted, "I want Lamar on an EP with Cole." Punch responded, "That's never going to happen." Another fan then asked if they were maybe planning something bigger than an EP, to which Punch responded, "0 tracks, not happening." So what was once a maybe is now just a very stern no. Do I really want to finish this thing off with a bronze medal?
I had to make a real decision. Like, have you wrote your best song? Did you leave no stone unturned creatively? And when I thought about that feeling, I was like, nah, I'm not cool with that.
And in my opinion, he made his choice, and this is where things start to get interesting. Fans started to speculate that J. Cole took subliminal shots at Kendrick on his album The Off Season.
Big stepper, nigga don't get stepped on.
Now, there were countless posts on Reddit and people on YouTube who really felt like
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That came out
off season.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, well, I think he's about to.
If that came out after, that's definitely towards him.
Nah. Well, let's see.
The words "Big Stepper don't get stepped on" was a direct reference to Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. However, Cole's track came out 11 months before Kendrick's album title was even announced. So unless J. Cole had some inside information about the album title, I'm not sure how this theory holds much weight. I mean, you guys could tell me what you think. I'm all for speculating, but to me, it really gotta make sense. In 2021, J. Cole would address his position of being in third place on a track titled Heaven's EP.
Some people say that I'm running third. They threw the bronze at me. Behind Drake and Dot, yeah, them niggas is superstars to me.
So J. Cole acknowledges that many people consider him as being number 3, but instead of tearing a strip off Kendrick or Drake, he tips his hat to them, complimenting their place in hip-hop.
The tale's official. The best nigga breathing it just failed to hit you. You couldn't tell cause you fell for the bells and whistles.
However, Cole makes it clear that the fans got his ranking fucked up and calls himself the hardest in the game. He goes on to explain that the people fell for the bells and whistles. This could be alluding to the many times that he got snubbed during awards, or the fact that he's been known to do very little promo when it comes to rolling out his albums. There's just nothing flashy about J. Cole. He just looks like a normal fucking dude, and very seldom is he in the media unless it's for his music.
Too much hunger, it's no wonder these niggas can't keep up, so saying yes to a feature just means I'm about to eat lunch, bitch.
In the first line, Cole references just how hungry he's become for that #1 spot, and in the second line, he alludes to the fact that every feature he does, he wraps circles around the artist requesting it.
It's been exactly 1,746 days since the last time Kendrick Lamar dropped an album.
1,855 days. I've been going through something.
Misdata in the city, miscommunication to keep homo detector busy. No protection is risky.
After a 5-year hiatus, on May 13th, 2022, Kendrick released Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. The album received mixed reviews, but in my opinion, was his most personal and introspective album to date. I even got a t-shirt with the album on it. That's how much I like the album. Again, fans speculated that Kendrick was throwing shade at J. Cole on his track Count Me Out.
Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off.
Many people seem to believe that because J. Cole's upcoming project is called The Fall Off,
ain't nobody but the mirror.
A very direct shot. And initially, I didn't think this was a shot at J. Cole, but J. Cole appears to respond directly to this a little bit later down the line. With that said, J. Cole would appear to take more shots at Kendrick on Johnny P's Caddy with Benny the Butcher.
If I put your favorite rapper neck in a noose, never letting them loose.
When the track initially came out, some speculated that Cole was actually dissing Benny on his own record, but even Benny said that he felt Cole was dissing someone else.
If you ask me, he was talking to somebody. Yeah. So the guys who everybody compare him with and put him in the ring with, like, to me, that's who he's talking to.
I'm probably gonna go to hell if Jesus asks for a feature.
In the first line, Cole makes it clear that he's bodying anyone on a feature and even claims that Jesus himself would take a loss. One person that's imitated Jesus in the past would be none other than Kendrick Lamar.
Some see the glass is empty. I see a glass full of ether, collecting his bread and mass like he a Catholic preacher.
This line appears to be a reference to Kendrick's music video for Humble, where Kendrick is dressed up as a Catholic preacher, and you could see the empty glass and bread sitting on the table. Cole makes it clear that he sees a glass full of ether, which could be a reference to Nas's infamous diss to Jay-Z.
On God, the best rapper alive, headshot.
J. Cole ends off the verse to state that he's the best rapper alive.
I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive. I am the greatest rapper alive. Now go and ask the best rappers that died. They tell you he never lied. So damn great, motherfucker, I've died.
Oh my
And I gotta agree with Benny. I do think
Yo, see, when
I
first heard that line, going ask the best rappers that died, I was confused because I was like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And then that's cool. That's wild, bro.
They've been studying. That's kind of petty. They just been watching each other, looking at shit they can talk shit about.
Yeah.
They know they're best friends. They need to just go hang out and hug.
Yeah. But which is why Kendrick was like, fuck subliminals.
Yeah.
On this recent one.
To do that, you have to have a certain level of either fear or respect or both for somebody.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick knows that Cole is. He's like, damn, he's nice. Like,
Yeah.
He could be better than me. And J. Cole's saying like, damn, he could be better than me.
Yeah.
That's why they're going so hard at each other. It's not because they don't feel threatened by them. It's because you do feel threatened by them,
Yeah.
and you're going hard. Like
they both want to be the best.
Yeah. Like if Lil Nas X went up to Kendrick and J. Cole was like, I'm better than you, and dropped a diss track. You know what I mean? They're not threatened by him, so they'll just laugh at it. Whatever. But the fact that they're like been doing this, they're threatened by each other, and they need to use that to make the greatest album of all time and just drop it, and then they can retire.
Yeah,
but like they need to just give us that. They need to give us that.
I agree.
Then they can put that in the vault, in the time capsule instead of Jay-Z's blueprint.
Yo, facts.
Jesus.
Someone, and that someone I feel like is Kendrick Lamar. However, in my view, one of the most obvious and direct shots to date would come on J. Cole's track, The Secret Recipe.
Niggas fake, progressive, and woke. I started saying less. I had to stop it. Peeped how they profit off of racial stress.
It's no secret that the themes within Kendrick's music often reflects on racial tension and the struggle that comes with it. Drake more or less labeled Kendrick as a grifter in the past, and I feel like J. Cole is taking a similar stance.
Studio steppers moving extra on songs fake and rep.
The first line appears to be a reference to Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, where Cole calls him out for faking the funk when it comes to the message in his music.
Niggas making threats and I laugh. That's cause you ain't a threat. Don't ask how I feel about no rappers. Shit, they okay, I guess.
So again, J. Cole is not looking at any of these other rappers as a threat, but most importantly, he doesn't look at Kendrick as a threat.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight.
And now for the most damning piece of all, first-person shooter.
A lot of niggas debating my numero, not the 3, not the 2 on the UNO.
So right off rip, J. Cole makes it clear on Drake's own record that he's number one.
Numero UNO, me and Drizzy, this shit like the Super Bowl, man.
Now, when J. Cole refers to himself and Drake as being the Super Bowl, what two teams make it to the Super Bowl? The two best teams. By inserting himself and Drake as being the best, J. Cole is essentially omitting Kendrick from the equation entirely.
Yeah. That's so petty. They purposely made this to be like, you know what? Yeah, let's get this thing. Like,
and if you Kendrick looking at from the outside looking in, you're like, damn.
Nah, yeah.
What they doing?
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, that was petty. Yeah. That was intentional. That was all intentional.
It's getting to be not friendly.
They probably ran into each other outside. Like, I'm tired. Drake was like, I'm tired of Kendrick bullying me. And J. Cole's like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit too. Let's get this dude. And then, you know what happened next.
Wait, in November, nigga, it's just you and Cole.
Again, Drake supports Cole's previous Super Bowl analogy by stating that it's just him and Cole in the running.
I'm naming the album The Fall Off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no follow for me.
And now we get back to Kendrick's line on Count Me Out with his reference, nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off, and Cole makes it clear that there's no falling off for him.
Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me?
Okay, so he mentions Kendrick and Drake, but
we the big 3 like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
So this is very much
a Drake and Kendrick. It's like a
Muhammad
Spider-Man
Ali.
meme.
Now, who's Muhammad Ali?
Kendrick in that.
Just think about that.
The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake.
Again, as they continue to remove Kendrick from the equation, they need to be prepared for what's to come. And I can almost guarantee that Kendrick will have some form of response to this record.
Brother,
guaranteed.
you're correct.
Everybody steppers were fucking and everybody breakfast and I'm about to clear up my plate.
I mean, at this point, I don't think J. Cole can make it any more obvious who he's talking about. When it comes to his collaboration records with Drake, there's an ongoing theme in their music that people seem to overlook, and their track Evil Ways is another example of just that.
High up in arenas where they see they faves, aka me and Drizzy Drake, we the wave.
Again, Cole is positioning himself and Drake as being the top two. So if you're Kendrick Lamar, how are you to perceive this when two of the artists that you've been up against since the beginning of your career are making these style of records? Then when we look at the reality of the situation, which is the fact that Kendrick does not like Drake, how do you expect him to respond? Like I said, I mean, like, I'll put my entire fucking YouTube channel.
Feels like they're clicking up. That's why he said that.
Will have a response to these records.
This came out before he got that.
Yeah, he was right. He
continues to bait Kendrick with the
Line, see dude's DNA get rearranged, which would be a reference to Kendrick's track DNA. We can't continue to just ignore this like it's not happening. There is many signs. However, J. Cole wasn't done and even had more subliminals for Kendrick on his recent release, Might Delete Later.
Niggas swear they compare, but the truth humble. Nigga, fuck 112, you couldn't do numbers.
In the first line, Cole references how he's often compared with someone, and that someone would evidently be Kendrick, with the use of the word humble.
Oh, bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down.
In the second line, Cole says you couldn't do numbers, which is in reference to Kendrick's last project, where many considered it to be a flop, given the fact that it was his lowest selling album in the last 10 years.
I'm the one that niggas fear on the low ski.
In the first line, J. Cole makes it clear that certain rappers are afraid of him on the low. This ties perfectly into what Joe Budden said about Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick talking shit to everybody in the world but a nigga named Jermaine.
Nah.
20, J. Cole released somewhat of a roadmap.
Bro, Features is on the list. That's crazy.
Based on the trajectory of what we've seen, he appears
the fall off era.
Yeah.
So before we get the fall off, I believe we'll be getting something in the form of a mixtape or EP called It's a Boy.
That mixtape is gonna be.
If that's what I'm saying. If he is throwing that mixtape before the fall off, I hope he throws something on air.
Oh no, I feel like it's more personal because he just
titled "It's a Boy."
Yeah, remember his sacrifices.
Yeah,
she gave me the gift of my son, and plus we got one on the way.
Yeah,
and he got "It's a Boy."
Yeah,
so I feel like that's a little more personal. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. We'll see.
What is fueling J. Cole right now?
Kendrick.
Probably been this whole time.
Yeah.
Probably been it.
But in hip hop, the gods come with their weapons. Enter J. Cole first.
And it's a chess game. It's a chess game.
I don't think it's recording anymore.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe it's too long. Son of a bitch.
That not just work for me, but work for you guys too. So when it comes to
that's it. Nope.
Yeah.
But it's only right.
That was the video.
It's only right because all that led up to this.
That's what I'm saying. When he said Kendrick is gonna respond, he sure did.
Because this all led up to this moment. It's only right that we play it.
Right off the bat. The last one is better. I choose balance. Three switches, shot like fuck rap. This many mel if I have to. It ain't Andre 3K. Big three. It's just big meat. Bump. Prince out live my jack. Bump.
That's
for all your dogs
bump.
getting buried.
Nigga bump.
And he said for all your dogs getting buried. Drake's album is literally called For All My Dogs.
All my dogs, all these K's with these 9s. It's gonna be a pet cemetery. Oh my goodness.
I'm saying, you could hear it. He came right off the back. These niggas talking out of their neck. Like, right on the track.
Jermaine. I'm not worried about Drake. Jermaine.
You gotta say something, bro.
This is the part of the story. This is where we're at. This is where it came up to. This is the end of the video. We want to make more videos, so you gotta give us more to make video of.
Yeah.
You gotta come back, bro.
Kendrick, for me, he gets respect for going against a 1v2.
I know you're not gonna let him do that. I hope you're in there cooking.
He stepped up to a 1v2.
And yeah, so for those of you who made it this far, it's like an hour-long video. Appreciate that. If you did make it this far, I hope you're subscribed. That'd be dope. But
appreciate you if you did.
We just wanted to break that down, and yeah, we will get back to our regular reactions soon tomorrow. But yeah, let us know what you think down below.
Yeah.
We want J. Cole to respond. I want J. Cole to just win the whole thing, but it doesn't really matter either way because Kendrick is Kendrick, and nothing but greatness is going to come out of it anyway. Maybe with this, we'll get more people to get back to lyricism and away from that bullshit. So that'll only help artists like me. So absolutely. And I never said it, but go down below, get my Spotify and Apple Music as well.
Click that.
So yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being with us. See you next one.
Yo.